Welcome in the Examrace Prep program. We are understanding the various concepts on the fundamentals of the economic. Today we are understanding the Today we are understanding what is a central bank and the functions of the central bank. In this lecture, we are covering the central bank, meaning and definition of it, the Central Bank of India, and the functions of the central bank. Let's understand first what is a central bank. We know that central bank is the apex financial body in the banking structure. It's the apex financial institution. It provides the financial and banking services for its country's government and for the commercial banking system. It is a banker's bank which provides the services to the whole commercial bank and also to the government. It is functioning the issue of the currency. It issues currency notes and also control over the monetary policy. So this is about the central bank. What is the Central Bank of India? Reserve Bank of India is a central bank of India. Reserve Bank of India, it can be, the central bank can be in under any sector. Mostly it is nationalized under the nationalized sector. Before the Reserve Bank of India, that is the RBI, was established on the 1st April 1935. After the At that time it was under the private sector, but after the independence it was nationalized in the 1949. It controls over the monetary policies of the Indian rupee. Central bank performing the various functions that can be the performing as a monopoly of note issue, as a banker, agent and advisor to the government, as a custodian of foreign exchange reserve, as a banker to the commercial bank, controller of credit, and the promoter of economic development. Let's understand the whole functions, each and every one in detail. The central bank as a bank of note issue. Central bank issues currency note and it controls over the currency notes. While issuing the currency note, central bank keep in mind the three considerations. The first one is the uniformity, the second is the security, and third one is the elasticity. Security is a very big concern while issuing notes because of the various frauds and all, and uniformity also very important task in this. Why the monopoly of issuing currency note is given to the central bank only? There are some reasons of these. The first we discuss is it gives the uniformity. If it is on the one hand only, then it can give the uniformity of issuing notes and also uniformity in its circulation. It also controls of the money supply. If it is with the central bank only, then it can control the inflation and the deflation due to the changes due to doing changes in the money supply and all. It also make the monetary management system easier. If there is any crisis, then it will become very easier for the central bank to control it. It also control over the creation of the credit by the commercial bank by the way of various ratios. Commercial banks with the various ratios and doing frauds, they are creating credit. Central bank is controlling this with the issuing notes and all. It also avoids the political interference in the matter of the note issue. The second function of the central bank is as a banker, agent and the advisor to the government. Central bank is a banker to the government, is an agent to the government and is advisor to the government. How is it as a banker to the government? Central bank is performing the same function with the commercial bank or to the government, which the commercial bank provides to their customer. It provides the same function to the government. It maintains the account of the central bank as well as the state government. It maintains the whole account of the state government. It receives deposits from the government. It collects checks and drafts deposited in the government account and maintain their account. It makes short-term advances to the government if they need to pay salary and wages, etc. It also provides foreign exchange resources when there are abroad transactions, foreign transactions. How is it performing as an agent to the government? It is the performing the function of as an agent in a way that the central bank collects taxes and other payment on behalf of the government. It manages the public debt of the government. It represents government in international financial institution and commercial conferences. This way, it is as an agent of the government. It provides various advice to the government on various matters like economic. In these, they are talking about the deficit management, devaluation of currency, etc. In these terms, they are giving the advice to the government. So this way, the central bank is performing the function as a banker, agent, and advisor to the government. The next function which is performed by the central bank is as a custodian of the foreign exchange reserve. We know that central bank holds various foreign exchange reserves like the dollars, pounds, or the gold stock, gold bullions, etc. So they have hold the currency of various countries. So it can controls over the foreign exchange. The other function is as a banker to the commercial bank. Commercial bank provides the various function to their individual customer. That same function is given by the central bank to their commercial bank. It can be divided in three parts. The first is the custodian of cash reserves, lender of the last resort, and the clearing agent. Let's discuss it in detail. First is the custodian of the cash reserves. Commercial bank have to keep some amount of their total net deposits and the time liabilities into the account of the central bank. Why they have to keep some fixed amount with the central bank? There are some advantages and reasons for that. That can be, it will inspire confidence of public in commercial bank. If there some amount of money is with the central bank, then the people have confidence that their money was not went anywhere wrong. And in case of the bankruptcy also, the central bank gives their money back to the commercial bank and they will pay it back. So it will inspire confidence of public in the commercial bank. It also forms basis of longer and elastic credit structure. It enables central bank to provide fund to the needy bank. If the central bank have the money, some money from all the banks, and at some period of time, any one bank needs some fund, then central bank are also able to provide fund to the needy bank. It also conducive to the growth of the economy, and it also controls credit creation of the commercial bank through various reserves ratio. If the commercial bank don't put some amount of money, some amount of their total net deposits and the time liabilities with the central bank, then they have higher liquidity positions and they can invest it in other ways. So they are creating a very high credits. It controls the credit creations of the commercial banks. So this is about the cash reserves, centralized cash reserves. The second function is the lender of the last resort. If commercial bank don't have money or it is under the bankruptcy situation, then commercial bank provides money, provides fund to the commercial bank, central bank provides fund to the commercial bank so that they can improve their liquidity positions and the elasticity and the whole credit structure, and that will also result into the enhancement of the structure of the economy. It also enables the carry on the activities which is performed by the commercial bank through the providing credit to the commercial bank. It enables the central bank to exercise its control over the banking system of the country. The third function is the clearing agent. Clearing agent is the commercial bank. The many commercial bank have the account with the central bank, and commercial bank also doing transaction among themselves. So they have to pay to the other banks, or they have to borrow from the other banks. The central bank is performing this activity through the functioning of the clearing agent. They can central bank borrow money, central bank settling their claims and counters and economizes the use of cash by the banks. It also reduces the withdrawals of cash, and this enables the commercial bank to create credit on a large scale claims. If the bank don't have to borrow money, if the central bank helps to clear their settle their claims and counter, then they don't need to withdraw cash and pay to the other bank. So it reduces the withdrawals of the cash, and it also keeps the central bank fully informed about the liquidity positions of the commercial bank. So this is the function which is performed by the central bank as a banker to the commercial bank. The next function which is performed by the central bank is the controller of the credit. Credit is a very crucial phenomenon under this. It has a pivotal role in the business transaction. So the control of the credit is also become very important. If we know that credit is a very important phenomena in the modern economy, but if it is not controlled very well, then it can become confusion or the peril. So the central bank is functioning as a controller of credit, and it controls the credit operations of the commercial bank. It provides the various monetary policies and implement it through the credit control by the central bank. Through all this, it also provides the economic growth and the development. This is all about this is all about the